What's up, guys? Feels like a Saturday. Let's go through some bets. So, books are starting to drop NFL lines. There's some good value. So, here you can see a play on the 49ers. Looks like lines are already unsurprisingly moving towards the 49ers against the Giants. Looks like a pretty good line. Getting the 49ers minus 6.5 first half spread at minus 120. Other books, you can see Pinnacle right here, which is known to be one of the sharper bookmakers. They've ripped odds all the way down to minus 141. So lines moving towards the 49ers early against the Giants. So that's a good option on Fliff. But anyways, I'll try to keep this live stream tight. And let's go through some bets so we can pull up a specific league on the Fantasy Optimizer of OddsJam. And again, all this tool is going to do is really just point out, discrepancies in the market, value in the market. And you can see there's some good plays available. Some plays I've already locked in. Jefferson under 105.5 yards. If you take a look at PrizePicks, right? I know I went over this in the last video, but for anyone who still wants to tail, nope. So we got to go here. Let's look at Justin Jefferson. PrizePicks has his line at 94.5. Underdog Fantasy, it looks like they moved the line to 101.5. So they've already bumped it down. I got under 105.5, which is obviously better. They bumped it down to 101.5, but still solid value on the under relative to the rest of the market. So that's an option to go with. And then let's fade all the stars. I mean, Bijan Robinson, let's take a look at him. You can pull up the OddsJam Sportsbook screen here. And there's probably value in other markets as well, like other sports and stuff like that. So we can take a look at that here in a bit. But let's focus on the NFL for now. So like here, Bijan Robinson, there's not a ton of data points. ParlayPlay, PrizePicks have Bijan's line at 66.5 rushing yards. Underdog Fantasy at 73.5. So you kind of have options. I mean, you have two data points telling you, hey, Bijan's line should be at 66.5. Underdog Fantasy at 73.5. So you could middle bet this, hit the over on PrizePicks, over 66.5, under 73.5 on Underdog. And you're going to win both bets if Bijan has 67 to 73 rushing yards. That's one option. Or we can just say, hey, Underdog Fantasy is clearly the one screwing up their line here. So let's just take his under, and let's also take Cook's under, right? Same thing here. Early, a lot of times the best line discrepancies, the biggest value you're going to find is going to be early in the week. And we also have Kirk Cousins, so this is passing yards. So again, the sportsbook screen, it's just going to show you where all books have their line. I obviously follow a very data-driven approach to my bets. And here we have a 3-pick entry. 3 unders. If you want to bet it, I'm going to bet it. I'm just showing you what I'm putting my own money on. Feel free to bet it. 6x payout on Underdog, early NFL value. Again, PrizePicks, they only have a 5x payout. So a lot of people wonder, why don't you place 3-pick entries on PrizePicks? They only give you a 5x payout. So when you go through the math behind these platforms, which I've done, every type of entry, knowing what slip type is optimal, you're going to see it's 3-pick entries on Underdog, or 5-pick insured or 4-pick insured. But regardless, I generally am going with 3-pick entries. So here's the first play that we're going to go with. And again, making money sports betting is not that hard. What's hard is dealing with limits. So I've shown this before, but to reiterate the point, what kind of sucks about PrizePicks is you'll notice they literally limited me to $25 max bet size because I crushed them this weekend at a $5,000 win, which I bet $500 on. So PrizePicks hit me with some, betting limits. But anyways, this is the first pick, early NFL value. The value is going to go away. I mean, you already saw Justin Jefferson's line come down. Look, everyone likes Justin Jefferson. I get it. He's a star player. but his line has to be set somewhere. If it's at 200, we'd obviously hit the under. He's not going over 200 receiving yards, almost certainly, right? But like, we're just following the data to make informed betting decisions to get an edge, and getting an edge is how we're going to win long term. So it's like, okay, we looked at Underdog, we found some good plays. That's great. Here's the slip we locked in on Underdog. What's up, guys? But what else was I going to say? So if you want to tail, I mean, you can let me know your thoughts on the slip in general, but we'll head over to PrizePicks. So PrizePicks, I can bet $25. Might as well look for some $25 bets on PrizePicks. Obviously, some of these plays I'd like to bet for more, but that's just kind of how it goes. But anyways, let me just pull this up here, and we can take a look at PrizePicks in general. But we'll head over to PrizePicks. So PrizePicks, I can bet $25. Might as well look for some $25 bets on PrizePicks. Obviously,
what's
some
up,
of these
guys?
Plays so, anyways, let's take a look here. Let's look for some other plays. So we can go over to PrizePicks. So we got 3 NFL picks down. Pretty happy about them all. I mean, clear edge relative to the market. And again, what's crazy about sports betting is, right, all these books set lines independently. Every book has different odds from one another. So tomorrow we got Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is limiting me to $25. Hopefully they still let me bet Taco Tuesday, but we'll have to see. So what we can do is we can start to look at, some esports value on PrizePicks. We can build a PrizePicks slip. And a lot of people ask me like, oh, why do you focus so much on PrizePicks Underdog? Well, there's a lot of sports books out there. There's 209 books on OddsJam on the positive EV tool. You can find value on all of them. So like OddsJam is saying, Brandon Drury, his over 1.5 bases is plus 135 on FanDuel. The rest of the market has him on average around plus 113. I mean, seems like pretty good value, right? So why don't I bet this on FanDuel? I don't have access to FanDuel right now, depending on what state you're in, all that type of stuff. You're going to have different books that are available in your location. So there's, it's the same concepts, finding value in the market, finding inefficiencies. Out of the tens of thousands of lines on Underdog, we don't need a bet on every player, right? Like there are literally tens of thousands of lines on this platform. We're looking for the 3, 4, whatever plays where we can find an edge. So we can go here to this fantasy optimizer, which just is pointing out discrepancies, on these sports books. And we can take a look and just see like, okay, like what's the deal here? Where's the value? So like this play seems beautiful on PrizePicks. We have hot dog over 34.5. Right? That's what the fantasy optimizer, let's zoom out a bit. Well, actually, it's recommending the second game, over 33. Both of these plays honestly look decent, although on Jock Market, you can get a better line in the second game or in the first game. But if you take a look here, right, like, okay, PrizePicks has hot dogs line, such a stupid name, at 33. Underdog 35.5, same with Jock Market. Those are 2 data points, right? As a sharp bettor, the sportsbook screen is just showing us the data, and then we kind of like, okay, like we want to look for value in the market. So I used to be a trader, so I'm very accustomed to like just thinking about things in terms of the data, following market information. So if you look at Hot Streak, they have hot dogs line higher at 33.5. And they have the over very slightly favored. They have more juice towards the over. So it's like, okay, like seems like PrizePicks' line is too low at 33, considering literally the entire rest of the market has his line higher, right? Same thing here, right? But unfortunately, we're not going to be able on PrizePicks. You can't bet players on the same team both to go over. So if anyone tailed the Justin Jefferson play from earlier, under 105.5, if you want an NFL play, you could middle bet this, right? You could hit him over 94.5 on PrizePicks. You have his under 105.5 on, Underdog. This is sharp sports betting, right? This is how the pros do it. You're looking for an edge in the market, value in the market. In middle betting, you bet the over, you bet the under on books with very different lines from one another to make money. So again, we're only going to be able to bet one player from this game or, per team in terms of esports. But we can take a look at the rest of PrizePicks. Maybe we can find a good slip to go with. We'll just have to take a look. So a lot of discrepancies, in general on PrizePicks. We can also look, anyways, this is a good play to go with. So we can also check out other sports books. We're on PrizePicks, but again, the more books you have, the better. So you can see there's some value on ParlayPlay. All these different books, they all set lines independently. PrizePicks, Underdog, ParlayPlay, JockMKT. So ideally, you have as many books as possible, right? Never know where the value is going to be again on a given day. So on PrizePicks, we want to look for 5 or 6 pick flex plays. So we can take a look here. We can look at some other esports plays. I never want to force anything, but if there's some really good bets. So here, this play seems decent. Darko's line, 31 on PrizePicks. Underdog Fantasy is no. His line should be higher at 32.5. So we can go here, and of course, I only have a $25 max bet size, so not thrilled about this, but 32.5 on Underdog. JockMKT has the line at 31.5 with the over juiced, right? The over is the favorite outcome, more juice towards the over. So Hot Streak's model is saying, we think the over is the favorite outcome. JockMKT has the line at 33. So every data point is telling you, take the over, right? So we consider every book as a data point. So it's okay, we have another good pick. And we can just kind of keep going through. And on PrizePicks, the optimal slip type is 5 pick entries. So here, Amster, every book has this line higher. Hot Streak has the line juiced towards the over. So again, the hard part about making money sports betting, it's not the strategy, right? The strategy is very simple. This market is very inefficient. All these books have different lines from one another. Find value in the market. The hard part is you're at war with these books. Whoa. So they just gave me a $50 bet after limiting me to 25. So hey, maybe my betting limits are back on the table. PrizePicks, I've been limited before, then they unlimit me. I have no freaking idea. But we'll have to take a look. We'll see. I'm going to be in a very good mood if they actually let me bet $50 there. And sorry if I'm not, responding to your question. I'm looking at bets. And after I place this play, again, the best betting opportunities are not going to last forever. So next play, it's recommending, Dratchville over 29.5. It's same concept. We're not doing anything crazy. Keep it simple, stupid, whatever that saying is. PrizePicks has their line too low. Hot Streak has his line a full point higher with the over favored. We're using all this data to make better bets, right? More informed betting decisions. So it's okay, honestly, there's some solid value on PrizePicks right now in CSGO. So once again, PrizePicks too low. So let's make sure none of these plays, well, here we're not going to be able to bet these players since they're on the same team. On PrizePicks, you can't include CSGO players from the same team, so I'm also not going to be able to include this guy. So, you kind of got to, you get the point. You got to kind of figure out, okay, what plays can I actually pair together? Because again, all these sports books have kind of unique limitations, you can't bet on players from the same team. But here, this play seems good. Not as good, right? Obviously, the bigger discrepancy, the better. Damn, a lot of overs. It looks like we're gonna be going with on PrizePicks. So sometimes that's just how it goes. PrizePicks, their model, too low. So what we can do is we can put in this guy. And are any of these plays from the same game? It doesn't appear like it. So it's like, okay, and how much is PrizePicks going to let me bet? Are they going to let me bet down? So now it's back to $25. Like, but are they going to let me bet 75? They're going to say 25. I swear they just let me bet it for 50. But whatever. I mean, just kind of how it goes. These sports books try to screw you. And that's a benefit of having multiple books, right? You never know where the value is going to be on a given day. So the more books, you can have access to, the better. And I don't know where you're located, what books are legal in your state, but, I've used basically every sports book there is. FanDuel, Bet365, Vivid Picks, Tipico, I've used them all. There's a benefit to having them all. It's just what books are legal in your location. But anyways, here's my 5-pick flex play on PrizePicks. And again, there's a free trial to OddsJam, 2-week free trial in the pinned comment on YouTube or in the description. You can try it out, betting with data. It's only going to help you win more slips. Like, I don't think anyone can argue. Maybe there's some crazy motherfuckers out there who are going to argue with me that getting under 105.5 on Justin Jefferson compared to if you hit him under 94.5 is a better bet, right? Like, watching sports, everyone who bets on sports watches sports, right? Like, so many people think, oh, I watch the NFL, I know how to bet on it, right? Like, I use Facebook. Can I tell you what Facebook is going to do, what their stock is going to do tomorrow? It's like, no, that's stupid, right? Like, you got to follow the data if you want to make money. Most sports bettors lose money. So we got a banger on PrizePicks. So pretty happy about that. Again, if you're just tuning in, we hit this on PrizePicks. NFL Week 3 lines are starting to be dropped. So this is all CSGO, all overs. Why did I hit it for $25? Is it because I'm, not confident in these picks? I don't like them? No, it's just like the max bet size PrizePicks is giving me. And then we also hit this on Underdog Fantasy. I'm not sure if it's still available. But yeah, so we can go over to ParlayPlay. Again, the more books you got, the better. And you can see there's a lot of bets on FanDuel. Soccer is actually, I don't have access to FanDuel right now, but was my most profitable sport on FanDuel, soccer. I don't even think they acknowledge the fact that they have soccer odds. There's a lot of good value. They move lines very slowly. Here you can see the entire market is pricing a line around, plus 160-ish, plus 194 on FanDuel. Like, this is an absolute hammer. MLS bet, right? There can be value in any market. Under 2.5 sets, just follow the data, right? It's like if you could buy a stock for 172 when it's trading in the market at 260 on one platform, 202 on another platform. Just really clear value. Bovada has some good plays. You get the point. But anyways, we'll call it for now. Just figured I'd do a quick live stream. We locked in a PrizePicks bet. Let's make some money. I'll be back on live tomorrow, maybe later tonight. We'll have to see how the night goes. And